Connecticut, what's going on? We are at the Crocker House Ballroom in the middle of the Rock Fix going on in the background here in the heart of New London, Connecticut. One of the best events the New London music scene puts on, and I'm surrounded by one of the best bands in the New London scene right now. This is Bedroom Rehab Corporation. So let's just go quick names and instruments.
Megan Killamay, drums.
Adam Wutowicz, vocals, bass, and pedal noise.
Let's start there, because if I put on a record and then as I'm reading the bio it says there's no guitars or keyboards on this, and I'm convinced that there are supposed to be guitars and keyboards on this, that blows my mind. What this band has done with just bass and pedals and drums is phenomenal. So let's start there. Why the decision, or how did it come about that you said we're going to do a two-piece and we're just not going to have any guitars on it?
Well, we didn't necessarily set out to do it that way. We kind of got together and jammed a little bit, and I had been messing around with some recording in my house, and I don't know how to play anything besides bass. So, and I don't know, I had seen other bass players play with different kind of pedals, mostly distortion and stuff like that, and it kind of piqued my interest. Also, I used it, originally as a way to kind of cover up any lacking in technical ability. It's become much more of a, building textures and things like that, and kind of filling out the sound and just doing things in a little bit more of a psychedelic stonery vein. But I don't know, it's like tattoos or like things like that. It gets to be a bit of an addiction. It's, I probably have double digits worth of distortion pedals and different things. It's just fun to mess around with. You never know, different makers make different sort of sounds, and you never know when you run it through a different head or with, a bass as opposed to a guitar. I don't have anything on my pedal board that is strictly for bass. They're all technically guitar pedals. So, but it's just really about building atmosphere. It's about filling out the sound. I got a couple of different octave generators on there and things like that. It's about making the most out of the two-piece thing, and it kind of just became a challenge. Can we sound as big as a three-piece or even a four-piece band without having it, especially with something, without having an instrument that plays chords? There are very few things that I play even two notes at once, and it's just about making it bigger and more interesting.
And I have to tell you, that is the best part about this band, is the sound is huge with just the two of them. And better to be addicted to pedals than crack, because crack is whack. Yeah. So, new record is out, right? And it's called?
Red Over Red.
Red Over Red. And this record is phenomenal. It's a concept record, right? So who came up with the concept? It's sort of nautical concepts.
Mostly Adam, but I think we had, we have so many influences being on the ocean and everything, and spending a lot of time in different cities. We spent a lot of time in Portland, Maine, and, we just kind of came up with, just different names and started writing the songs around the names, so they seem to all be nautical.
Because I feel like there's like a real kind of live vibe to the record, that it's not just like, everything was geared towards the studio. Correct me if I'm wrong here. You guys road tested these songs for a long time, right?
Yeah, we've been playing them for quite a while, and when we went into the studio, we definitely wanted to have energy. I feel like that a lot of studio recordings, you go out, you see a band live, and you're like, oh man, they rip. You get in the studio and it starts to sound a little bit sterilized, because they're going in, they're trying to nail everything, and all the parts are there, but it doesn't have that energy. We went in, we recorded with Justin Pizzaferato, who has worked with Sonic Youth. He's worked with Dinosaur Jr. He did the Suicide Dolls record. He's also worked with Black Pyramid. We knew from his cross-section of people that he's worked with, we knew he was going to get it.
We're going to go right now into some video of these guys live right here at the Rock Fix. Stay tuned for that. This is Bedroom Rehab Corporation. Check them out.
Control!